Hello and welcome to the Steve and Mead review. I'm Steve and this is Mead. Today we saw Brothers.
Brothers is about this two brothers. One's basically a criminal, and the other is like, America all the way. And he's a Marine, and he goes off to Afghanistan, and his other brother, the criminal, stays behind, and like basically for the first couple minutes of the movie, he's drunk and whatnot, and then the Marine gets captured, and they back home. I think he all died. Blah blah blah. But
Yeah, I think a lot of the important plot points were pretty much spoiled by the trailer. But overall, I think the movie was done pretty well, and everybody did a great job acting in this movie. I even thought the kids were good.
they were good. That little girl was top notch.
So, great job by everyone. I was actually pretty surprised how well this movie turned out, because I wasn't too sure how good it was going to be. But they really did a great job of drawing you into the story and getting you to become invested in the characters. I also liked the post-traumatic stress syndrome that the Marine brothers is going through.
Tobey Maguire, he did a good job.
Yeah,
with that
he
role.
was pretty intense.
He played the Marine.
Yeah.
Natalie Portman was in this, and for her role really wasn't that demanding. Most of the time she's just like crying and being upset, and she doesn't really get very dramatic except like at the very end. So I mean, anybody could have done her role in this movie.
I really liked Natalie Portman in this one, and I'm not a big fan of her, but in this movie, for whatever reason, I thought that she was a lot more appealing to me than she normally is. So
my problem with her is like Natalie Portman has an IQ of like 200 or something. Yeah, she's a genius, and then she just, do something with your brain instead of like making movies and just like having lots of money. I mean, if you're so fucking smart, why don't you go save the world or something?
I don't know, if I was that smart, I'd probably just make movies and be rich too.
Probably right. The only person I really liked in this was Tobey Maguire. I thought he did a great job. Jake Gyllenhaal, he's pretty much mediocre actor for me, and the children in this movie did a better job than Jake Gyllenhaal. I thought those little girls were awesome.
Yeah, they were surprisingly good. Yeah. One of the characters I really liked and wish I saw more of is the hard-ass old, the father of the brothers. I thought he was a pretty well-developed character, considering he's just sort of a side.
He's so supporting role, basically.
So I would have liked to see a little more of him, and heard maybe about what he went through when he was in
Vietnam.
Yeah.
He mentions that briefly to Tobey Maguire, but Tobey Maguire is so mentally gone from what he had to do to get back, which really didn't that whole part of the movie. He didn't really have to do that to get back. They just kind of forced him into it, because that wasn't a goal for him to get back to America. It's just he was him or that guy.
I think they just, being a prisoner of war, and I don't know how long he was a prisoner for.
Probably a few months.
What they do is they really break you down mentally.
Yeah.
So I think he finally broke.
And I didn't even think we had any troops in Afghanistan right now.
In Afghanistan?
Yeah.
Isn't that where Obama just sent 30,000 more troops?
Yeah, yesterday.
But we've had people there for a while. He's just escalating.
Good job, Obama.
And Afghanistan is a terrible place to try and take over. I mean, the Russians utterly failed. you know, a couple decades ago or something, we're not going to do any better. So it's just, it's a bad place.
Brothers was very suspenseful. I mean, it kind of kept you going because you really wanted to know what happened next. You know, involving Tobey Maguire and his relationship with his brother in this. Because once Tobey gets back to the States, he's pretty messed up, and like all this stuff is going through his head. You know, he's like post-traumatic stress. You know, but this movie was cool. I like this movie. I give this movie a B.
Yeah, I agree with that. This movie gets a B for me as well. Surprisingly good. I didn't think it was going to be this good.